DJI's new drone, the Mavic Air, looks like a killer. And I'm really stoked about this, even though it's got the reduced flight time of only 21 minutes, because in my, albeit very limited experience with flying a drone, you know, you don't need a whole bunch of time to really get the right shots. You really only need a very few minutes. And so if you want a lot of shots in a particular location, it might be a concern. And of course, I would always take a whole bunch of extra batteries, but 21-minute flight time is a long time. That's like a recreational type of flight time, in my opinion. If you're going to be flying, trying to get footage that entire time, you need to plan the shots you're going to get in advance. And it's inheriting the 4K 60 capability on the 1/2.3-inch sensor from the DJI Mavic, Mavic Pro Platinum, all of the other Mavics. So it's going to be a great camera. It's got a 3-axis gimbal, unlike the Spark. I think what DJI really did was learned a lot from the Spark, and this is probably going to be priced between the Spark and the Mavic, and because of that, you know, and this is all dependent on when you watch the video and how many rebates are out and what the product life cycle is like, right? But, you know, between those two models, this fits perfectly. The Spark seemed, to me at least, intentionally designed to be a touch inadequate, right? For most shooters, for most people who would want to buy a drone in the first place. And I think that's okay because this is finally slotting in. Now, as a replacement, if you will, as an upgrade to a Mavic, it's not going to really work out, right? Because it's not better at anything. It has all of the capabilities, but none more. I think that the design language that they're using is really attractive, right? Like the user experience of not only flying the drone, right, but like bringing it with you is going to be so much better, probably because they've learned a ton of lessons from the Spark and the increasing miniaturization of technology. So with gesture control, which I think is a gimmick, with the vision sensing, with positioning for front, back, and below, this is going to be a really safe, accurate drone to use. I don't know if it's going to have tripod mode just yet, but it's going to be really safe. It's going to be really secure to use. With those positioning modes, though, in order for those to be used most effectively, you have to be flying below a certain speed, right? And so make sure that if you're going to be in an environment where you might run into something, that you're taking that into consideration and putting it into the mode where those will be useful, because obviously that's the whole point. With the 32 megapixel panorama mode, this is going to also be bringing a lot of really dope stuff that DJI has not done before too much. Obviously, you can't do a pixel shift like DJI is doing in their Hasselblad cameras and like a lot more modern cameras are doing nowadays. So I think that the panorama mode is a great way to further distinguish the drone from, you know, a smartphone in a hot air balloon or whatever, right? So I think that's a fantastic little addition to give more value without having to scrimp on anything else, without having to make a choice, really. So you get more for your money. And it's a software improvement, so hopefully that'll come down the pipeline to some of DJI's other devices. I know it's going to be compatible with the DJI goggles. I don't personally see the value of that because it's not that great of a... It's a great image, but it's not that great of an image. You know, like I would expect a little bit better image quality if I were to personally want to use VR for something like that. And that's what it ends up being, right, is VR. So I think that the DJI Mavic Air, though, looks like a fantastically cool little device. Hopefully the form factor is such that, you know, it's pushing the Mavic forward in size, if not in technical capability, which it seems to be holding steady at. I'm okay with that. I know that there's already a lot of stirring about, you know, is it really worth it? But for the size, of course, and always. I know the Spark with the case and everything was same size as putting the Mavic in a bag, so hopefully this will be smaller than Mavic in a bag and Spark with the carry case, because it doesn't have those foldable wings. And I think, like I said before, that 21-minute flight time, who cares? It's going to be fine. I am super excited for the Mavic Air. I think that's going to be a fantastic drone. I'm really looking forward to trying it out. I'm really grateful that some rental houses have that, or will have that, in stock that you can rent from them. So let me know if you'd like me to test that out. I am super stoked. Let me know. Thank you very much for your time and for your attention. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one.